Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another exciting episode of This Is Our Life. Well, last night, or last night, the night before last, whatever it was, when my wife took me to hospital because I was having severe pain in my upper back. And the first thing they did was hook me up to an EKG machine, and they thought I might have been having a heart attack or a blood clot in my blood vessels. And then guess what they gave me a prescription for? Hydrocodone. I didn't realize Vicodin, because that's what the doctor said. I'm going to give you some Vicodin. Okay. Um, so they gave me some in the IV, but then I just looked at the bottle. I'm like, oh my gosh. I took two last night, or I took two when I went to bed, plus my Seroquel. And when I got up, I was cranky, and I had to go back to bed. And I'm like, my gosh. I looked it up, Belgium and France, Germany, some countries you can't even get it anymore. They don't even sell it anymore. I'm like, couldn't have you have given me something less potent? Like, my gosh. It helped my back, I can guarantee you that. One reason I looked at it, I mean, it shocked me that that's what it is. Because my back is starting to hurt again, but it's not hurting as bad as it did last night. So I looked at the bottle to see if, like, I can see anything without glasses. But my wife looked at it. But I'm not gonna take this stuff. I'm not gonna. I mean, if I'm not gonna take it the way it feels right now, it's gonna have to hurt a whole lot worse than this. And if I do take any more of it, I'm taking one, not taking two. That really knocked me out and knocked me for a loop. I was like, wow. But see, the doctor said what probably happened was I was out shoveling snow, and it just, after a day or two or three or whatever it was, the it just started getting to me. And there's that blue back rub, muscle rub stuff over there. We were looking for it the other night. And here's the thing: the other day, the town plow came by when there was 6 inches of snow on the ground. We barely got a dusting this morning, and the town plow went by. Go figure, eh? Don't ask me. I don't understand that. Now another thing is this system is this. My other computer died. I mean, it did, but didn't die. It won't turn on. You can tell there's power going to it, but you cannot turn it on. This computer we found is an older operating system, or not necessarily older operating system. It's an older computer, and there's no way to connect to the internet on it. Otherwise, it's a perfectly fine computer, in my opinion. So my wife got me a late Christmas present, if you will, and that's the only reason I'm online right now. But I'm one of those people that when it comes to medication, I mean, depending on the medicine, it's like if you're taking an antibiotic, you hit it hard and then you stop the antibiotic because you don't want to build up a resistance to it. But then drugs like this one, I don't like them. I don't. I mean, I would rather not have to take it. And if things work out, I won't have to take anymore. But the way my back is starting to, it's not hurting real bad right now. But I mean, if it, I'm going to take ibuprofen instead of taking this. And if I have to take this, I'll take it. But the ibuprofen is first and foremost, not some narcotic. Depending on the drug, like I was saying, like a drug like this, I'd rather just stay away from it. Period. I didn't know this was what she was giving me, the doctor. I mean, I'm like, I thought Vicodin was just like a mild pain reliever, but then again, I wasn't. It definitely wasn't mild pain that I was feeling last night. It was bad. I mean, it was really bad. But she could just, the doctors, the nurses, they just probably lightly touched it, and I was like, oh. I still have a mark on my arm. I don't know if you can see it from where the IV was. Yeah, see, had an IV in me right there. Oh. And I'm like, I mean, they said like don't drive or operate heavy machinery. And so my wife drove me to town and home. And I'm like, when I woke up, I'm like, why am I in such a bad mood? Why do I have such a bad attitude? Why do I feel so awful right now? It's because that stupid medicine. When my wife had her mastectomy, she would take one. I can guarantee you that this pain probably doesn't compare to the pain she was going through. I mean, she was only taking one. And if I do take any more of this stuff, I'm taking one. I'm not taking two again. But like I said, the ibuprofen is what comes first. But that just shocked me when I looked at it. Well, another thing what I was about to get to earlier, everything is like teeny weeny on the screen. And this is Windows 8. There's no longer a drop down for the address bar. There's no drop down menu. At least not that I can find. And of course, because everything on the screen is like really small, some of it I just don't even bother trying to read it because I can't. But I have an appointment next month to get my eyes examined. I want to get my wife both a 12 gauge, preferably semi-auto, but if not, then a pump, and a 22 semi-auto. But the eye exam sadly comes first. I mean, if things hit the fan, we both have at least one gun that we can fire. So you never know when it's going to happen. That's why you have to always be prepared. Yeah, I was a Boy Scout at once. Be prepared. Anyway, bye.